This is Dr. Katie from Craig Chiropractic and Kinesiology, and today I want to talk about different types of doctors. So this is a question that comes up quite a bit with people, and people want to know what are the different types of doctors. Like we hear about traditional doctors or what people like to call the real doctors, right? And then you have people like doctors of chiropractic and others, and so the question is, what are all the different kinds of doctors and what do they do? So let's start with the one that everyone knows, and these are your medical doctors. Okay, you could call these traditional doctors, allopathic doctors, whatever your term is, but medical doctors, which are also known as MDs, that's the acronym based off of their degree, are your traditional doctors that we find in your clinics, hospitals, etc. They can prescribe drugs, do surgery, do physical exams, diagnose and treat conditions, everything from radiology, lab testing, you name it, they can do a lot of it, okay? In fact, they're the most well-known, widely trained, funded doctors that are there. Most of the time, if somebody says they're going to the doctor, they mean medical doctor, okay? So, what are some of the other types? So I am a doctor of chiropractic. So this is another kind of doctor. So I am not a medical doctor. It means I cannot prescribe drugs and I cannot do surgery. However, I am a doctor that can legally diagnose and treat my patients within my scope of practice. As a chiropractor, I'm very interested in your structure, okay? Such as your bones and spine. I want to make sure that everything is aligned properly, okay? If things shift out of place, you can get things like pain, dysfunction with your nervous system, along with many other symptoms, and trouble moving. So what I do is I help adjust patients, find bones or things that are out of place, and gently and safely adjust them back into place to restore motion, take stress off the nervous system, and help the body. I can also do additional training to focus and specialize in things like nutrition. I can even go on and do things like acupuncture and other additional trainings. There's many different specialties of both chiropractors and medical doctors. Another type of doctor you might not be aware of is what are known as the doctors of osteopathic medicine or doctors of osteopathy. These are your DOs. So medical doctors are known as MDs, doctors of chiropractic are known as DCs, and doctors of osteopathy are known as DOs. What's a DO? A DO does very similar training to medical doctors, and they can do everything that a medical doctor can do. They can do surgeries, prescribe medication, work in hospitals, work in clinics, etc. Now the difference is osteopaths, or these DOs, also train in a type of spinal manipulation, which is similar to chiropractic. Now they are different. As a chiropractor, I do one style of adjusting. Osteopaths have their own style of adjusting, which could be considered equivalent. They're both successful and they're both very safe. So in a way, an osteopath can do many of the things a chiropractor can do, and then they can do all of the things a medical doctor does. Many people have doctors that are DOs and they don't even know that, okay? I often tell people, if you're in your treatment and your doctor's there, all you have to do, look at their name tag that they're wearing, and it'll say after their name either MD or DO, okay? That's one way you can tell which one you have. They're both qualified. The last doctor I'm going to talk about is the NDs. These are the doctors of naturopathic medicine. Now I will just there's a little caveat here on the NDs, which I will discuss in a future video, as they're not all the same. But generally speaking, these NDs that are fully qualified and trained are natural doctors. So a lot of times when someone says, hey, who's the natural doctor? A lot of times they're referring to NDs. Now these doctors do not prescribe drugs, they do not do surgery, but they work with natural health, healing, herbs, homeopathies. They can do lab testing as well. So this is the other major type of doctor. All right, well, thank you for listening, and stay tuned. We're going to do some follow-up videos with more information on those.